Morning, y'all. So, just killed it at the gym, and some days at the gym aren't great. You're just pushing through, and then some days are amazing, right? Like you're like killing it. And I was thinking about what happens, why. So, what happens is oftentimes, if I'm at the gym and I am not pushing through, I'm usually distracted mentally. So you got to be mentally focused on what you're doing. What helps you do that? Everybody's different. Me is music. I sing along with the words, or certain music that gets me hype, or that just songs I really like, because sometimes I work out to country music, which is not that hype, but I love it, right? It's hype enough, I guess, some of the songs. But yes, distraction is terrible. So you have to focus, and you have to literally be intentional of going, okay, I'm gonna get the most out of this time. I'm gonna pump as hard as I can. So that's what this week's been like. It's been great because, as you know, with my whole yo-yo dieting stuff, I've been going up and down, with my productivity at the gym, right? So I'm like, okay, trying to be super intentional, not waste any time, get results. Focusing is getting results. And then, so I wanted to relate that to how Dave Ramsey talks about, and I think it's so true in so many areas, that 80% of winning with money is behavior. 20% is knowledge. 20% is knowing things that most people don't know, which is why I share what I share. I share what Dave Ramsey teaches. I share what we're doing, that we're living unlike anybody else. Forget credit scores, pay everything cash. If you don't have cash, you can't afford it. The whole deal that's literally contrarian to the way people live in America today, not the way people lived in America 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago. Okay? But he says, excuse me, he says winning with money is 80% behavior, 20% head knowledge. So the 20% is some of the things I talk about, but then I will always give you these tips. But that's such a small percentage, new information, such a small percentage compared to the daily decisions you have to make in order to win. Compared to when you're down and you're struggling, and your normal recourse would be to go shopping, to go to the movies, to go out to eat in order to distract yourself, and you broke and you got these goals. What do you do then, right? How do you change the behavior? Obviously, it's every small step of not doing what you shouldn't do. Then the muscle builds, it gets easier. But that's the whole point. Behavior, changing your behavior. So then and then the 80%, which is the bulk of it, leads to the results. So it's like similarly in the gym, your mindset focused on the weights, focused on your goals, and you could be pumping at the gym for months and your body doesn't change. But if you are hyper focused on the activity you're doing, if you're focused on getting the most out of the 30 minutes, the hour that you're there, your muscles are gonna feel it. Like, I literally can't walk because on Sunday I did legs so hard that sitting is hard, everything is hard. I haven't even been able to do cardio. I didn't even do it at the gym this morning because I cannot walk. Like, I'm walking so slow, I'm like spaghetti legs. But that's the behavior part. Just going to the gym isn't enough. It's getting the most out of it. It's tweaking. It's killing it, right? And that's the behavior part. That's the mindset part. That's the even if you're having a rough day, even if you didn't sleep enough, you're gonna give it your all, whatever that is that day, right? Just like with the finances, even if you are depressed and struggling, you're not gonna go do the thing you always used to do, like go out to eat and spend money you don't have, you know? But anyway, tidbit on sleep. So last night I did not sleep enough. If you want to lose weight, if you want to build muscle, you need your 8 hours or 7 7+ hours. Some people can get away with a little less sleep naturally. They're not tired. But you know your tired level. But you need full night's rest. If not, your muscles don't recuperate. You won't lose weight. You won't gain the muscle. So I just want to throw that tidbit out there because I talked about snoozing yesterday. And guess who didn't snooze today? Super proud. Small steps like that and changing the behavior, right? You'll eventually eradicate snoozing if you literally make a decision and you work on modifying your behavior. So today when my alarm rang, despite that I slept, I don't know, 6 hours probably total, when my alarm rang, maybe 6.5, I was like still tired. I could use 8 every day. We don't get there usually, but I gotta work on going to bed earlier. When the alarm rang, I was tired. I was still sleeping. It woke me up from sleep. That's what an alarm does. And I was like, okay, is it 6:05 already? I pushed it a little later because I went to bed so late. And I was like, okay, sit here for a second. Don't go back to sleep though. And I did. And typically what I'll do is I'll get on my phone. Not that that's the best habit either. I'll get on my phone and I'll do something, a task that I had to do. I don't read news or anything. That's not the wisest thing in the morning. You need positive, encouraging things. But anyway, the point is, I didn't snooze. Super proud of that. And I got up and, I got ready and went to the gym. But that's behavior modification. And now I have to go to bed earlier because what? I want the results. Also behavior modification. I want the results of what I'm doing at the gym. But anyway, just wanted to share those tips and those thoughts and encourage you to have a killer day, to be intentional about modifying your behavior in the direction where you want to go. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. I've literally done things that would seem insane before. But if you really look around, most of the people in your life, the lip service and no change in their life, etc., 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 how many people are insane around you? Seems like nowadays normal is insane. So be weird. Don't be normal. Bye.